Blinkety blink blink blink. Hey, what's up everybody? Happy Friday. It's Friday, September 3rd, and we're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition tonight again. But tonight, Matacuri is running the show. He is the DM, and I'm just going to turn it over to him. And I ate a whole bunch of Chinese food. I'm going to be just fat and happy. Take it over.
All right, great. Yeah, this is session 22 of Empire of the Ghouls. We're having a lot of fun, and you guys have been traveling along the river, ran into some lizard men, and they managed to steal Blink's cannon, which lasted them all of about an hour or less. um, and then you ran into a couple of undead who were holding some humans in cages here by the river, and they mentioned that they were waiting for their turn for the hunt. Um, so before we jump right into it, we're in the middle of combat. Before we jump into it, let's go ahead and do some quick character introductions. We'll just go in the order of how your characters appear in Fantasy Grounds to me. So we'll start off with Customer Service Bot.
I'm a customer support representative willing to cut short any problems you have or, really get to the meat of the matter. I'm good at killing.
All right, next up, Tarian.
I'm Tyrion the Barbarian. I have gotten progressively better about getting myself angry to work up in battle and like hanging out with my friends.
Awesome. Next up, Quint.
Hey, I'm Drake. I'm playing Quint, a 5th level rogue, Shadow Fae rogue, who's a Krakowian rebel, so he's knee deep in all this political crap, but doesn't like it so much. He's okay being on the Shadow Road when it was safer.
Yeah. Next is Blink.
Yeah, hey, Blink. He is a kobold artificer, and right now he's on this raft with the rest of his friends and looking around. Not too sure he wants to get in this water because he had a bath. I don't know, like a month ago, and that's more than he needs. So.
And last in the party, Sir Tegas.
We can't hear you, Sven.
Here you, Sven.
You must press correct button.
There you go. Never used Discord before. Thank you. So Tegas began as a seer, as the prophet of Sif, and then became a cleric, wandering the roads and the streets, and surprising himself more than anybody else, realized he could fight, and actually fight really well, despite being very, very frail, and became so enamored with it, he became a paladin of Sif, and is now Sir Tegas, the Blade of Sif.
Excellent. Well, when we left off, the Lich Hound was flying 30 feet in the air. It had howled at you, and a number of you became frightened for a few rounds. And we're starting off the top of the round with the Lich Hound. And the Lich Hound is going to fly down to here and come down to about there. And let's see who he's going to take. He's going to take a bite out of Blink.
He's gonna get sick.
Just because he's bite size. He's bite size.
Yeah, a bite of Blink is his whole body.
I'm full of diseases. He doesn't want to bite me.
Take a Snickers, a mini Snickers.
He's extra spicy.
This thing's creepy. Ooh.
Yeah. So this thing's going to go ahead and try and take a bite out of Blink. And
Moskenfoss, thanks for the follow, man. What's up?
chomps down on you into your
I'm-
shoulder.
I would like to use my reaction and cast shield on myself.
All right. What does that make your AC?
It is now 24.
Okay. So he goes to bite at you and misses. Is your shield interrupts him and kind of diverts his head off to the side, so he nearly snaps at Quint, but doesn't quite get a hold of anything but Cloak. And then you see the Lich Hound slowly fade as its body seems to kind of become very thin, like visually, almost like he's turning invisible, but not, as he fades away from your sight.
You hurt his feelings.
All right. Do I have a way to like steer this over to the shore, the raft we're on?
Yeah, there's poles that were used to propel the raft, so you can certainly use the poles to push it. Which direction you want to go?
Probably towards towards that shore, the south.
Okay. And just as a reminder, those of you that are frightened, since you can't see the thing that you're frightened of, it doesn't kind of really affect you until it reappears.
You can quit peeing your pants now.
Yeah, for 5 minutes or 6 seconds.
Yes, at least six seconds.
Whatever. So yeah, you can go ahead and propel the boat in one turn. I'll say half your movement, so 15 or whatever half your movement is. I can't hear you, Robin.
Oh right, I need to push a button. So 15. So I could push it just down to the dock here.
You're gonna push it just kind of straight down.
Yeah, just
Okay.
Make it easy on you.
Let me just move all of you.
straight.
I'm only water resistant, not waterproof.
But at least you
Well,
won't drown.
Does getting you wet void your warranty?
Yeah, a bunch of little red stickers inside me go off. It looks like I have internal acne. It's disgusting.
Looks like we got some low internet at your house, Valtrix.
Yeah, that's pretty normal for us lately.
Yeah, we've been having some issues.
You guys streaming something currently too?
No.
No, our internet's just been glitchy lately. So then as my action,
That would be your action to
oh
move.
okay.
or-
All right, so that was that's fine. So then I still get movement.
Yes. So you could drop the stick and.
All right.
move.
So and are we at the dock enough that I can jump onto the dock?
What's your strength?
With his
Oh,
with the halfling
Jump up.
streak, they probably could have done it from the before he moved. Yeah.
The number of
Uh,
feet you jump is your strength score.
It's
oh yeah, so I got like a
18.
+4.
You can
to-
jump 18
Yeah, I have
feet.
18 strength.
Higher, the score itself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so 18 is my strength, so I can jump.
Yeah. Now it
Um,
will be difficult because there is a large cage filled with people right at the end,
Oh, I have to like wiggle around that. Okay.
like an acrobatics to not fall in the water.
Well, you can jump 18 feet, just jump
Yeah,
straight
I can
into
just
the
jump over.
vampire
I
spawn.
can just jump here.
Yeah.
You can do that
I'll
with no trouble.
I'll do that. I just like this tiny little guy leaping at her.
All of us on the
freak her out a little bit.
all of us on the barge are like, wow, whoa.
And then I don't see. Oh yeah, no. Okay, that's all I'm gonna do then. I'm done.
Okay.
So Blink did have a plan when he could see that thing, but now he can't see that the dog that he's scared of. So instead, he'll just hop across over the water, making sure not to get wet. And I don't know where he wants to end up. Let's see. That's probably just he needs to get out of the way.
Yep. Give me an acrobatics check.
Okay.
It's a DC 12 to see if you fall in the water and have to take a bath.
Why did I have disadvantage on that? Because I'm frightened.
Right. What was the first? You dropped
It's
an
an
18.
18, so yeah, 23.
So 23. All right. So Blink hops over here, and then that was not his action, right? That's just my move.
Yeah, let's just move.
Okay, great. Then for my action, I will go ahead and burn a spell slot to summon the cannon again, and give out some temp hit points to those around me. Oh, thanks. Let's
Summon
put
it in the cage.
right there, so
You
that
might
I
as
can
well.
give them to all three.
It will
Now,
never be stolen again.
Yeah, there we go. And
Oh, the cage
that.
is probably. Ooh, nice.
Nice. All right. That's it.
All
Moskin
right.
Voss says, nice Gabriel Picard map.
Oh, yes. Yes. Gabriel Picard's got some excellent maps. I love using them.
Yeah, I like this map a lot.
Right. This guy is going to come running at the first thing he sees, which is Tarian. So he's going to run up to Tarian, and his claws bared and his teeth bared. And so he's going to start off with a claw attack on you, swiping at you once. And you duck out of the way. And then he tries to jump at you and attempt to bite you right in the neck. And this one hits.
Oh no.
And oh no, wait a minute.
So
Second
I have a
claw.
reaction.
He can't bite you yet. He can only bite one willing creature or a creature that's currently grappled, incapacitated, or restrained. So he can't bite you yet. So he's going to get
Bite
another.
me.
So it's the same to hit. So I was going to say he's going to hit you with his claw. What was that? Your reaction?
So having studied this Book of Undead, would I know that this touch would have a draining effect?
The bite would definitely have a draining effect, not the touch per se.
Okay, that's my question then.
Yeah. That would be more associated with ghouls, which you've encountered. Vampires kind of rely heavily on bite for that type of
They
effect.
want to drink your blood. Oh.
It wasn't a crit. I'm using the previous roll. I just accidentally hit that one instead of the damage. So I'm just going to roll this to clear the crit so it doesn't do crit damage.
Thank you.
And you take all of 0. But he, instead of caring all that much about the damage that he's doing, grabs onto you, and you are now grappled.
I don't get to do like a check against that?
On your turn, you can make an escape check, but it's a DC 13, so not too terribly difficult.
Like if they hit you with their claws, you're automatically grappled. And then they're like, just gotta
Alright,
pretend you're Buffy.
as I swim up out of the water,
Do you shake your hair like a shampoo commercial?
try and sort of swish it as the water goes flying and rainbows appear.
Rainbows.
I'm going to be praying to Sif and imbue myself with a burst of speed using my channel divinity. I'm going to move 25 feet up to this guy and realize that I'm blocking Blink, so I will adjust in a minute. And then I'm going to slash out with my sword, Sif's Justice.
Ooh.
Oh, it still has me as frightened, so it dropped the first 19.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's a hit.
Triumphant sad trombone.
I slice into this thing, and then I'm going to shift around. I still have 20 feet of movement. And that's it. I'll pass my turn.
Quinn wants to like pull the raft to the dock and secure it.
Okay.
We kind of need it.
What
If
kind
it
of
goes
knot do you
floating
tie?
downstream, we're kind of.
It's fine. We'll just run after it once we're done with this.
Yeah, and then there. I'll tie it up. There you
All right.
Using intestine that Blink had in his bag.
go. Sorry. Let me erase that.
Yeah, what length do you want? And he pulls out like a selection of them.
It's
Alright,
not
so that'll take
erasing.
your-
That's gonna do what?
That'll use your action.
And then I think he's gonna slip over here. Where do we need athletics? I mean acrobatics.
Acrobatics check, please. DC 12.
Oops, acrobatics.
If you fail, you fall in the river and get clean.
I did. A 2 by 2.
You fall in the river there.
And then I'll finish my movement. Sadly, onto the
Dripping up
onto
onto
the
the
shore. Yeah, like more like under, like towards the under the dock or something. Yeah.
Is that good for bowstrings?
Your cloak now weighs like 15 pounds of waterlogged soaked.
The hoodie's open and it's full of water. If I want to go invisible, I gotta.
My strength is 16. Can I jump next to Tyrion on the shore? Or try to?
You can try to jump there. Or there, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, if it makes a sad trombone, it's not my fault. I shouldn't be scared.
You don't need the acrobatics. They're using the acrobatics because they are trying to go around the cage.
Oh,
So
I want to do it cool though.
Oh, okay. You do like a round off back handspring tuck.
I do it like the Boston Dynamics. Have you seen that? The weird acrobatic jumps they do for their tests?
Yeah. Well, that's good enough to at least not fall in the water.
And then he hits the mud. It's like,
You're down to your knees in the mud.
I'm going to finish there so I can take my greatsword out, because at the end of my turn, I'm going to, as a free action, bare my neck so he can try to bite me. I'm going to try to entice him.
like get a little vein pumping some hydraulic fluid, like boom, 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 boom.
Well, yeah, I mean, if I'm willing, he doesn't even have to try. It'll just succeed, so maybe he's into that.
If you're a willing creature, he will definitely attempt to
Oh,
bite.
I dropped a crit, so I don't know how to do that.
So on the little buttons in the bottom, there's one that just says crit. So when you roll your damage, just hit the critical button.
And you can tell if I click that every time?
Well, it'll roll a crit every time.
Yeah, there's extra dice.
All right, and I'll attack again.
Drop the first 18, so that would also be a hit.
Then I'm going to bare my neck.
All right, Tyrion, you get to go first.
If I have any lizard man blood on me still, I'm going to smear it there.
That's pretty funny.
I've got some blood you can have.
It's just so much random but monster parts and blood. All right, so I while she's holding on to me, I'm gonna reach into my loincloth where I keep it and pull out my vial of sunlight and put it right in her face as an action.
That's a cool euphemism. I like it.
I'm gonna make it start putting out sunlight.
All right. All right. So this thing fades back into view from somewhere, nowhere, and he flies down behind you, Tegas, and lands.
What,
And
high above Tyrion.
yeah, he's way above Tyrion. He was like 30 feet in the air. And then kind of angled his way down, and he's going to try to take a bite out of you. And looks like he does. Grabs onto your leg and starts shaking his head. But he tries to yank on your leg and pull it out to knock you prone, but you manage to stay up and pull your leg out of his mouth just at the last second. So all of your fear is now back, and you can't get any closer towards the ledge.
Okay. But I don't have to run away, so.
Correct.
I'm going to make a high-pitched keening noise and try to attack him twice. Oops, I clicked the button. No, just kidding.
Doggy's scaring you, and you overshoot and nearly hit Tyrion.
He looks like a big delete button to me. It's just horrifying.
Jeez. Does it appear that there's any effect from the sunlight that's in her face?
Yeah, it's reacting to the sunlight, definitely.
Can you smell it? It smells like bacon.
The effect will happen on its turn.
I'm going to slash out at the vampire spawn again.
Okay. Things landed right behind you. Has got you a little shaken.
As a
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just conserve, and I'll sort of be focusing on the struggle between Tyrion and the vampire spawn.
All right. So the vampire spawn starts his turn and puts his arms up and is trying to shield its eyes, and you notice the skin all along its arms and its face begins to smoke and crackle as the sunlight badly burns this vampire spawn, and it doesn't get to regenerate. However, because it's got you grappled, it is going to attack you. First off with his claws, try and open you up, and he crits you, kind of guts you a little bit with his claws, and then sinks his teeth into your neck, try and drain you, and the sunlight is just too much for it. He can't put his face close enough to you to really get a good bite in there.
well, Quint is going to stupidly realize that he's got boots of flying
I was
as he
wondering
gets,
about that.
as he gets out of the water when he falls.
He was scared to fly last time because the doggy was flying.
Yeah, probably.
There.
And he's gonna like try to get himself dried off.
Doesn't
And,
water negate the effect of flying till they get dry again?
I think pretty much everything negates the flying, it seems like.
And I think he's gonna try to move over there, staying just 10 feet off the ground in case the cannon gives some love out, and shoot at the vampire with an arrow.
Okay.
Any negatives? I think I got a pretty good line of sight.
Yeah,
You're
good.
in sunlight, yeah.
Oh shit! Is it sunlight? Damn it!
Yes, it is Tyrion sunlight.
How big is
Yeah,
the
sorry
sunlight?
about that for
60 feet?
I think.
Since they're grappled, wouldn't he be in the shadow? Because it's
So I'm like squinting and aiming my longbow at this thing, and it dodges out of the way. And let's see, I moved, I'll say like 15. I want to get out of the bright light. Like over
Get a
here.
long
I picture it as like a cod piece, and the light's coming out like in Pulp Fiction, the briefcase every time they open it.
I figure there's some shadow, on this side
There's
of
a
the building.
the building itself isn't terribly tall. So you've got maybe 5 more feet of roof above you.
Well,
but
I'm
that's
okay to be lower.
All right. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay, since we're having some internet issues on our end. Sorry about
Right.
that. So for Blink's turn, let's move the cannon a little bit and do some temp hit points.
Your camera on stream looks like a porno channel or something that you don't get.
Yeah, I
channel.
noticed that. It looks it's all garbled. I don't blame Comcast. I don't know what's going on. We've been having lots of crazy internet issues for about a month now, I think. So we might have to switch.
Robin looks fine, so nobody cares.
Yeah, that's true. She's the only one that matters. The only one anybody wants to see. So all right, and then as Blink is cowering from this dog in fear, he just kind of takes his wand and like pokes towards the vampire spawn and will shoot a firebolt at him. I assume at a -2 because of customer support bot being in the way.
Yes.
So that's not good.
Sorry.
Disadvantage and -2.
Yeah. Nope. All right. So Blink misses, but he'll just stay where he is.
All right. Well, vampire spawn is again going to try to slash out at Tyrion since it's got a hold of you. And again, crits.
What the heck?
And attempts to bite you. And this one also hits.
Okay, so this time I am going to respond.
Okay.
I see your bite, and I raise you a Gird the Spirit.
Okay. What does that do?
So I quickly say a quick word, and this light comes out in circles and then enters into Tyrion, and he is protected from any kind of. He is immune to any kind of effects from the undead creatures that reduce his ability scores, strength drain, hit point maximum, that type of thing.
All right. Very good. That is lucky because it just did 9 points of damage. And your hit point maximum would have been reduced by said amount.
Thank you.
But
That
instead,
does
you
not have a code, so I'll code it real quick because it does last a minute.
Okay, cool.
I'm picturing the Sailor Moon transformation.
Gird the spirit.
Wow.
How
Well,
does
you're
that work?
Go ahead.
I was just wondering how the vampire's ability works with rage. Does it take that into effect? In does it have how much his hit point max is reduced by, or just in case that comes up later? I was just curious.
No, it
No.
doesn't.
Okay.
It's for
Hit point max is reduced regardless of whatever condition you got, probably.
the amount of hit point damage you took, because otherwise temp hit points and other things would reduce it too.
Right.
It's
Okay.
just
I feel girded.
You can't. Yeah, something's been girded up.
been girdled. All right. So while Tagos is focusing on this vampire spawn and trying to help out Tyrion, this thing comes from behind him and continues to try and nip at his heels, kind of bite down onto him. And that's a hit. Kind of bites into the back of his calf, doing a little bit of damage. And again, tries to yank you, but you manage to keep your feet. All right, and he's going to try that again with a second attack. Nipping at your other leg. This one also hits. Doing some more damage to you, and also he tries to yank you down again.
Uh-oh.
And this time you fail. So you go prone as he knocks you down and is kind of chewing on your leg a little bit.
So Quint is going to do the old pop-up. enough to see the vampire spawn
Mhm.
and take a shot at it.
Alrighty.
Did I not have a
Dis-
target?
You did not target it, but despite being afraid, you
Oops.
did hit it.
And that's just going to be regular old damage.
Yep.
Ooh, maximum anyways.
Nice.
And we'll kind of get back down a little. Try to get out of the bright ass light anyways. Yeah! I don't know
Don't
who's
worry, I'll
screaming
tuck it
more,
back in my. Oh,
Quinta or the vampire. Yeah. Blink is blinded too, though, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he doesn't like this either.
all right. Well, I'll try to take out this vampire for you so we can tuck the vial of sunlight back in my loincloth.
Need to buy an empty hooded lantern or something to jury rig it inside.
All right, I'm gonna try to hit it with my battle axe.
You can put it in a scroll case.
You swing
You-
your axe and
Attack yourself? Is that what you're trying to do?
yeah, you
Wow.
attacked your. You targeted
Oh,
yourself.
I did not realize I had myself targeted. I was like, I'm confused about what just happened.
You rolled
Uh,
twice. The first one was against the vampire and it hit, and then the attack against yourself missed.
oh well, so that works. Uh,
This thing's bleeding fresh blood that you don't think belonged to it.
It's like a mosquito.
and then I'm gonna do one more attack, not to myself this time. Oh yeah.
Oh, max damage. Nice. Yeah, this thing's really looking
It's
unhappy right now. His
all
fingers.
right.
Wait till it starts its turn in that sunlight.
I'm going to stay on the ground and again pray to Sif. This time I'm going to cast protection from evil and good on myself. All right, so there's 3 effects here. I know one is mine. Like 2 of them are mine.
You're still prone too, by the way. Oh, did you say you're gonna stay prone?
Yeah, I said he was gonna stay prone.
That is a long sound effect.
Yes, it is.
All right. I will send the cannon up a little bit so that it can get.
I did the wrong one, Sven. You applied the protection to the Lich Hound.
So we get to hear that again? Yeah.
I'll stop it.
So you
No, I
applied
like it. I want
yourself
that to my toilet to make that sound when it flushes.
they're in chat. Those are the 3 on there. I think this is wrong because the last one, it just says protection from good, evil, and good. That shouldn't say self on it. That should be shouldn't have self, shouldn't have the C, and should be on the creature, right?
Isn't it concentration?
Correct. But the concentration is on me.
But so is the spell, right?
Yeah, the spell is only affecting you. There shouldn't be
Right.
anything.
So see the first one, it just says protection from evil and good. That has self written in it, and that should not be self, correct? That should be on the creature. So the thing that goes to the creature is just protection from good, and so that
But this having any effect on the creature is pointless for this spell because all of the benefits are already coded in.
gotcha. So what's the point of having 3 of them? What are those? Look at those 3 things in the chat.
Yeah,
Tell
I
me what
see.
the differences are.
I don't know why there's 3.
Well, the first one's for you in case you cast it on somebody else, so that you've got the concentration on
Ah.
you, and then you cast it on somebody else. I don't know why there's 2 after that.
Gotcha. Okay. Anyway, it's right now, so we're golden.
All right.
All right. So the cannon will give out a few temporary hit points to some people, and like I said, a few. And then once again, blinded by Tyrion's loincloth, Blink will try to take a shot at this vampire spawn at a -2. And hit.
Still hits.
All right.
Come on, kill it.
Blinded by the light.
There we go.
Yeah. Vampire spawns.
But Blink is still cowering because he can still see this dog that he does not really like.
Now, are we supposed to be getting saves at the end of our turns?
Nope. Not
So
from
what?
the frightened effect. Frightened effect has a specific duration. It does not have saves every round. It's Midgard NPCs.
When you're within sight. Close your eyes. Then you're not frightened anymore.
If I move there, will I have a
You
clearer
still have
line of
disadvantage
sight?
though.
Would I have a clearer line of sight to the Lich Hound, or is that barrel thingy blocking?
I am prone.
Oh, I'll just shoot over him then while screaming. I'll target the Lich Hound at disadvantage. I drop my greatsword and just shriek. Shoot that directly into the air. It'll probably land like on my foot next round.
Greatsword falls and lands on Sertega's thunk.
And I'll also shoot it far off and to the left, right past Tyrion's nose. You know, just trying to get rid of my crossbow bolts. They weigh too much.
Right into the cage.
They get too warped if they sit around too long.
Ooh, you get to go first, Sertegas.
I get a subscribe and save thing, so if I don't get rid of them, I'll just be lugging around like 80.
All right, so I'm going to stand up.
P.S. You'll want to drop down
And then
again before
I
I
will attack
shriek and
this thing.
fire.
With Sif's Justice.
That's a hit.
And then I'm going to move 20 feet.
You are immune to frighten, so yeah, you can do that.
Well, it says I get any, if it, I get advantage on any new saves from the thing that's already affecting me,
Okay.
but I didn't move closer to it. I moved around it. Is that not legal?
Still 5 feet away, no matter where you went.
Imagine swatting a spider in your apartment with a broom. You'd run around it. You wouldn't get closer.
All right. I'll allow it.
So you can only get as close as the broom, I guess, right?
Yeah. So he's gonna
So it jumps onto your face.
go after you, Tegas. Gonna take a chunk out of your leg.
So now did that work? Did he have disadvantage?
He did. He had disadvantage and he dropped a 20.
Cool, cool, cool.
So he dropped a crit. And you succeed on your concentration,
2 points of damage.
but you fail on your saving throw. And he pulls you off your feet again, knocking you prone.
You're going to have assless chaps by the end of this, just from hitting the dirt.
And as he kind of knocks you prone, he sticks his head down right in your gut, and he finds this tiny little gap in your armor near your gut, and he tears a big chunk of your gut out.
Were you an Audi before, belly button wise?
Yeah, no longer. As it's not even an attack
Oh.
roll. He does.
Holy goodness.
And then turns around, blood dripping from his jaws as he looks over at you and walks towards you. He's going to end up right there.
A little bit of oil shoots out from my lower region for no reason. Okay, I'm gonna try to get a little bit of willpower.exe, and I got this. You let me buy this, so that's on you. But I imagine it's gonna look like a nice airbrush painting on my chassis. I'm gonna try to look like one of those body exhibit bodies, super delicious, like a lot of meat, little dry, but I'm trying to get him to attack me instead. And then I'm going to. What would it be to drop the crossbow and pick up the greatsword that I dropped at my feet? They're both at my feet.
Dropping is a free action, so you can just pick up as part of your attack. It's
Okay.
your one free interact with an object.
All right, I don't respect my weapons at all.
Drop the rifle, pick it up.
I'm going to say free meat samples, but it's going to be in a higher register than it should be.
All right. Do I think that the light I'm holding is doing any effect to the Lich Hound?
You are not aware of any effect. It's not flinching back from it the way the other thing was.
So I'm going to tuck it into my loincloth, but it's not deactivated, so it's just kind of weirdly shining light out of my crotch.
Oh.
But at
It's
least
like
I'm not
E.T.'s
shining.
finger, and I won't go farther than that.
At least I'm not shining directly bright light in my friends' faces.
Terry and phone home.
Did that do anything? Oh, it's just slow because
Yeah.
our internet sucks. So, all right.
Aw.
Ooh, minimum damage, but I'll try it one more time. I'm not deterred.
But you can't see well enough with that light tucked away, and you missed.
Yeah, my eyes are still readjusting.
Quint's gonna.
Longer sunlight, so you can take that off.
Yeah, I'll turn that off, and he's gonna fly over there. Sorry, you gotta hold shift. Guess I could have went around. And I want to administer a potion of greater healing to Sir Tegas.
All right.
Which
Pull
do
out
I
of your
have
pouch.
that? coated?
Is that a suppository or a...
Yeah, I am trained in medicine. Just so you know, I know which end to put in first.
But do you know which end to put it into first?
Yeah. This is an ear thermometer, right?
Now, am I still
Are you still what?
frightened?
Yes. For one more round. Duration is 5 rounds.
And he can never do it again.
Not for 24 hours. You're immune for 24 hours from it.
All right. Let's do some temporary hit points with the cannon here. All right, and we'll shoot fire at the sledgehound
Okay.
with I don't know. I would say that maybe Tyrion is short enough that I could shoot over him, but Blink is also pretty short, so probably not.
And there's a couple of... Oh, those are ropes in front of you, not barrels.
I thought they
so
were
yeah,
barrels, but
little coils of rope. At the top.
oh, it's a crit and a fumble.
And yeah, Blink is just ashamed and sad. It's pretty much how he
Oh,
always feels.
nice. Well, Quint is going to take a step to the side and knock an arrow in his longbow and shoot the back of this thing with a longbow
Shoot.
shot.
Rear. All right.
Twang. Aw. I'm not blinded anymore. I don't have disadvantage. I get sneak attack. Ugh. 23 points of damage. Nice.
Neutered. Nice.
Like that. He
Yeah,
really
I
didn't
know.
like.
And I point at Sir Tegas and I step back behind him. He did it. Can I help you up? I say to Sir
All right.
Tegas.
So I realize that I might be in Blink's way. I'm going to come down here. Just stand on top of the corpse to give myself a little height, feel a little tall.
It helped.
All right, let's try that one more time.
That one hits too.
It's an old
Just
school
say
plus
so.
one because you're elevated,
Oh, and
remember?
much better damage that time.
All right, so I'm going to
No longer frightened.
rise. Oh, so it's at the beginning of my turn. Cool.
Yep.
All right, so then I will move up and finish this thing off.
You didn't have him targeted. There you go.
Ew.
Max damage did not die. All right, well,
You like to leave things at one hit point.
I don't know how you do the smite. Am I allowed? Do I have to say beforehand that I'm going to smite, or am I allowed to smite now that I've seen the damage?
Yeah, you have to smite. Say you're going to use smite beforehand.
Okay, I thought so. I wasn't sure. It just says when you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, he didn't know if it was
Cool.
God help me or God damn it at the end of the stroke.
So it's
Blink's not scared anymore.
roll, but before you roll damage, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
It's
He's
not
not.
something to actively say, "Oh, I want to do a little bit more damage."
Well, you're frightened, but it still scares the crap out of him. He's
Customer support bot, is that you? Are you breaking up? What?
Yeah, I find that offensive when you do robot voice.
Oh my God, sorry guys. Well, Blink will take a shot at the thing. I don't know if you're not.
Your camera's better on stream.
Well, that's something. Maybe I should turn my camera off. Maybe that would help. Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
All is forgiven.
A critical hit with an arcane
this should kill him.
firearm.
It's a good thing he's immune to fire.
Holy freaking dice! Yeah, by 28 points. He had
Well,
7 left. 7.
Nothing left to harvest, though.
That's what happens when Blink is not
Boo,
frightened,
boo.
apparently.
All right, and
He actually put 2 loads of powder in. It's like, oops. Dun, 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 dun.
And with that, we are out of initiative. So you've got this fading body of this hound on the ground here.
Kick it into the river. I hate it.
It kind of dissipates into wispiness.
Kick the wisps.
Give me an
Chop at 'em.
Arcana check.
Leaves only the fresh scent of pine.
There we go.
Oh, there you go. Blink is
Oh, 29. Will that do it
The
for
one
you?
that's proficient in it.
so yeah, Blink, when you see this thing kind of fade away, you think that it's actually shifting to the ethereal plane. And that's how it was jumping in and out of space. It wasn't going invisible, it was just entering into the ethereal plane.
Blink would probably try to like grab something like, and as you know, he'll grab like just a hunk of flesh or something, and it just dissipates in his hand, and he looks sad.
And so you've got cages here on the docks that are full of people. They are alive, as well as cages down here, and then several small buildings.
So I'm going to lay hands and recover some hit points. We don't know the situation. Perhaps they deserve to be in the cages.
They're trapped here by a vampire, and I'm going to say.
Can you type that for us? And now he's totally frozen.
Yeah. So,
Maybe you can type it to each other, then send it to us.
Are we able to open the cages, or are they locked?
The cages do not appear to be locked. They were mostly being held through the power of fear.
There's like a little twisty tie on it.
There's a chain. It's just kind of wrapped through the bars. There's no lock on it. It's just kind of sitting there.
they're
Right,
good
so
opening things as our 8-year-olds.
Yeah. So we actually don't even need to let them out, but I'll go through the effort of walking over and opening the cage.
Okay, they look absolutely terrified of you. They are cowering in fear.
I will try to talk to them, pray over them, the blessings of Sif, and try to calm them down.
They look up at you and they don't even leave their cages. They're just so scared, and they're like, are you replacing them for the hunt.
I still look like a flayed
Well.
man, and I'll just walk up and I'm here to solve all your problems.
No, we are the hunters. We have destroyed your captors, at least for tonight. You can feel
As soon as
free
you say
to
the
go
words,
home.
"We are the hunters," he screams and then cowers and puts his hand over his head and poops his pants. I mean, he is terrified.
Did you
I don't eat
finish
meat.
this?
I just kill for fun. Is that better?
So I'll finish the prayer and then leave the door open and walk away.
I'm gonna pull the sunlight because it had a minute on it, so it probably still has a little time left. I'm gonna pull it back out of my loincloth and hold it up and say, "We've vanquished the demons that were haunting you. You're safe for now."
Safe
And
until you hunt us. He kind of points to Tegas. He said you were the hunters now.
I said we
Then
were the hunters. We have killed those who were hunting you. You are free for the night.
Yeah, we're sort of hunters, if you can follow the logic.
I don't think they're smart enough to follow the logic, guys.
Uh, yeah. So he's like, I don't understand. Are you releasing us so that you can hunt us? Are you
No one
hunting?
will be hunting you tonight.
we only hunt the undead.
Am I able to use my persuasion since Sven doesn't know what the hell he's doing?
Sure. You can try and make a persuasion check.
Just gonna throw my hat in the ring there.
This made it
Um,
worse.
Yeah, he's still very, very nervous about you and about kind of the whole situation. He says they already you claim you hunt undead, and I see that you killed these things, um, but the hunt is still going. They took more than half the village. They're down the river.
Does he point in a certain direction?
Yeah, kind of further the direction you were heading on the river anyway.
Well, isn't
They,
that a coincidence? We're heading downstream too.
um, they he does he they took half the village. They're gonna wipe out our entire village for the hunt this evening. Are you
Can
really?
you? So we would like to help you. We're just traveling through this area. We don't want to harm you. Could you tell us more about what this hunt is?
You're not familiar with the hunt? You must not be from Krakova or Morgau. Um, yes, I can tell you a little bit about the hunt.
Sorry, my localization settings haven't been fully installed. So.
The hunt is something that our cruel undead masters do. Uh, some of the vampire lords that rule the area will occasionally allow their minions to conduct hunts, and they'll take small villages or round up prisoners or anybody that pleases them, really, and they'll release them into an area of forest or fields for sport, and they are hunted down by the vampire spawn, and it is used as a reward for them, and they feed on us. Um, they're very common in some parts of the area. The worst are the hunts held by Wallenberg, the city of Wallenberg. They hold hunts nearly weekly. The only good thing about these hunts, if anything could be said to be good, was that anybody who survives these hunts is free from being hunted, free from any kind of control of the vampires for 1 year. Needless to say, not very many people survive the hunts. People are often rounded up by the living, the humans who have turned them in.
And what makes you
And
a survivor of the hunt? Dawn?
if you till morning, they start at sundown and run till sunup.
How many vampires were here for this hunt?
Let's see, there weren't that many vampires. There were a few thralls who were accompanying one of the a mage who was leading the hunt.
Would that boat fit us and move faster than the raft? Like, I know it's tiny there, but like if we were sitting on it for movement.
Yeah, you could row it. Certainly faster than the raft. The raft was pretty slow going.
All right, we should catch up. I'm going to suggest. I've got one of those help a customer by a certain amount of time, or I get docked on my review. So.
Well, there's another boat over here, so we could take two.
All right. And I can use. Can I use my glaive as a pole? Is
Yeah,
it long?
deep.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll do that then. But
the
not the good end.
4 and 5 feet deep. So yeah, this boat here is also seaworthy or river worthy. It's a fishing boat, and it was just being pulled up on the side for some minor repairs, but it's usable. And they don't care if you take the boats at this point. They're scared to death.
Nice.
They
I wasn't
all
even going to ask.
dead.
Whatever boat Blink rides in, he just hooks up the cannon on the back, and its wheels turn like a motor and propels the boat along.
As I walk towards the boat, I have my hand on Blink's shoulder, steering him with me.
For some reason, we all want to get on the boat with the cannon. I don't know why. I don't know. Yeah, so do we need a short rest real quick? Or what? No? Probably not.
I'm going to yell at the dude, like, how long do these hunts normally last? I'm yelling because I'm trying to flip the boat over. I'm like in movement.
The hunts usually start at sundown.
Well, I mean, like, how long does it take till they catch the people? Can we dilly-dally, or are they dead already?
I've never been in a hunt.
Do any of your friends look delicious?
To a vampire, not to me.
Like, like long necks, like a swan? Anyone?
I have a half giraffe friend.
You see Blink over by himself, kind of licking his lips a little bit.
Giraffe. Well, consider yourself temporarily not hunted. Do as you wish. We are going to try to free more of your villagers.
That would be wonderful. We're going to pack up what we can and abandon this village.
Remember to thank Rava. It helps my score. 5 stars. Anything less than 5 stars is a bad rating.
We will keep Rava in our hearts as we leave. We cannot publicly say anything because anyone worshiping anything other than Morena is summarily killed. So but we will remember Rava.
Sweet. I'm gonna get a raise.
Get a line, I get a pole, honey, honey. Down the river we go, babe, babe.
All right, so you guys ready to go down the river?
Yeah, what time of evening is it? Are we all like dragon tired? Like,
It's on into the evening now. You're in moonlight, and it is probably about 9 p.m.
I like it this dark. Quint is like, this is nice when it's this dark.
I'm with Quint on this one.
Can we start traveling at night?
Underground. That would be better.
Ground at night.
Yeah, if Blink can upgrade my eyes to see in the dark, then I'm in.
I don't
Maybe
know.
we
Give me
could-
one and I'll start working on it.
Maybe we could just
All right.
wheel you behind us like a skateboard. Little wheels on you.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
So who's in what boat? I'll be in this boat in the back. And we'll do... Ooh. That'll do it.
All right, put yourselves in a boat.
Did you have to go find some boats?
Yeah, those are the only two things I added. I had a raft ready and had to swap them out for some boats. And as you travel down the river a ways, after not too long, you do hear the sounds of a bunch of people scrambling to try and cross this bridge. And as you get close enough, you do see that there is a number of individuals that appear to be chasing them. So let me make them visible for you.
This guy's so dead. Just sitting on the bridge with his fishing pole.
I didn't realize he was a sitting one.
It's
pretty
kind of hard
funny.
to tell, but I zoomed way in. I was like, oh, he's sitting there. Are those, what's his name's, tokens?
Those are Devon. I
Devon,
believe.
yeah, Devon, yeah, they look like Devon's tokens.
And I think I accidentally, nope. I was going to say, I think I turned off roll for initiative, but I got it here now. So let's.
Do you have Fireball, Blink?
What the hell?
No, I shatter.
Take out all of the commoners.
That would.
Get rid of the vampire source, you know? So it's.
We said we were going to destroy the hunt, so.
3D chess.
All right, to start us off, Blink.
What's going on? Have guys that are chasing the commoners have noticed us yet?
Yeah, they see you coming down the river. I mean, they're still focused on the commoners, and you're like, ooh, more people for the hunt.
Well, this guy, he's the closest to me, so I'm gonna shoot a fireball, firebolt at him. Sorry, not fireball.
It'd be cool if it was a fireball.
right? I wish I knew Fireball.
Quint's like, I think you got my eyebrows on that one, Blink.
Were we more than an hour away?
No. It's about
Just-
20 minutes down the river.
So you still got your protection from
Still have
evil
the-
and good? Good and evil.
Yeah. And we'll do some camping too. Those people in my boat.
I'm not 10 feet away. What the hell? Damn,
Now, if I
15.
target you, it says 15.
Yeah. I got 13 anyways. Can't get me no mo.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
Tight periwinkle turban.
All right. So this guy, yeah, he's carrying a long sword.
He's got a turban
and,
on.
He's got a little turban on, nice little pinkish, purplish periwinkle. And I guess I need to turn on token lock. And he kind of just starts lazily. There you go. He doesn't seem to be in any hurry at all as he comes up to there. And you see him just kind of swinging his sword back and forth in front of him, grinning from ear to ear as he realizes he is about to feed.
Quint's turning the boat. He's, I guess we have to go this way. So he's gonna like go that way and then that way. Around the rock. He doesn't want to crash into the rock.
Okay.
Look at that.
All right. You landed on the rock without smashing into anything.
And then that's an action.
Yeah, it would be an action to pilot the boat.
And
Here's
as a bonus action and a dash, he's going to get underneath the dock.
Okay.
Get some cover and concealment.
A perception check.
Uh-oh, is there a troll under here? No! Perception. I'm good at that. I'm good at that. Get my fingers crossed. What do did I see it? What is it?
Yeah. Up underneath the bridge there, you see a number of kind of tiny, maybe yay big, size of a large chicken, creatures hanging from the underside of the dock. And they look kind of like this.
A bunch of Sturgis. Trying to be quiet.
And they're hanging out underneath the dock there.
Fun.
Terry?
All right. So these boats are a little off center. So can I jump from this boat to the other boat? I have 18 strength.
To do that, you need a running. You need to move like
10.
5 or 10
10.
to be able to do the long jump.
All right. Well,
Jump.
I
Just turn
guess
the boat.
I'll bring the boat around.
Okay. Where do you want to land it?
Ramp it.
Oh, sorry. Right in front of the other boat.
Do a sick jump.
Yeah.
Okay.
About 30.
35's my movement. All right, and then I'll move to try to kind of get in the way of. Probably have to move around these people.
Yeah, they're packing the bridge trying to get across it.
All right, and I'm gonna do an intimidating yell as I go into my rage.
All right. Quint, from where you are, you see after that scream and yell of rage, you see a number of those sturges begin to flutter their wings under the bridge.
Are they all over? Are they like clustered at one end or underneath in the middle or anything?
They're kind of spread out amongst the bridge, kind of like bats hanging on under there.
On the rafters.
All right. So this guy smiles at Tyrion, and he kind of walks up behind this lady here and takes a swipe at her with his sword and just cleaves her back wide open. Blood and stuff go pouring down her back as she falls to the ground dead. And he immediately jumps onto her corpse and starts lapping up the blood from where she was standing.
All right, so I'm going to move up to the gate. And I'm going to use 6 justice. And I'm going to see, we still got 5 of these guys. I'm going to smite him with level 1 smiteness.
Do you think it's insulting to be targeted with a lower level smite? Like, gosh darn you, instead of the full goddamn.
Only worth a level 1.
I know. Where's Diablo Bob when you need him?
Smites every.
I know he's got 5 hit points left, but I'm going to use the 3rd level spell slot for this smite. You're like, okay.
But if he'd taken more levels of Warlock, he'd always be a higher level.
Actually, can I end there at 25 feet?
Sure.
So when I use my pond scummy glaive to stab him, just as an insult. Enjoy dysentery, idiot.
You slash into him, and he's kind of down on the ground, drinking blood from this lady that he had sliced open, and you kind of stab him in the back there as he's on the ground. All right, so this
Gate.
The Churlish Gate sees this paladin of Sif coming up to him. And so he pulls out his long sword and smiles and says, dinner. And swings at you with his long sword, holding it in two hands. Slashing once, then coming around again for a second slash, hitting twice.
Boy, your rolls tonight have been insane.
Yeah, they have. Rolling max damage on that. Jeez.
You sure you're not rolling percentiles?
I am pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Okay, this guy. He sees Tyrion. He kind of looks back at the person behind him, this old man who's standing there with a red turban behind him, and he kind of shrugs his shoulders and comes around Tyrion and gets to there, and he takes a swipe at both of these commoners and stabs one in the back of the neck, and then turns around and stabs the other one through the spine of the other one, and they both drop down dead, twitching onto the floor as he smiles.
At this point, I'm going to consider one saved commoner a success.
Did that last one spill her cookie she had on the tray? Just checking.
After stabbing them both, he drops and starts to try and feed off one of them on the ground.
He doesn't try to cram both of them in his mouth at the same time.
He's a chipmunk vampire. Oh, wow, I got both in.
All right.
Midgard version.
Yeah, they have different spells. If you only have the player's handbook or whatever, then it just has player's handbook spells. But if you have all of the Midgard source books, then it has a bunch of new spells.
Is it like a West Side East Side thing, or?
Do we got since you got a token, do you got an image of that blood mage?
We pull him up. Here is Old Man Blood Mage.
Oh, he's got a snake staff. Nice.
Yeah.
It's like,
Blink, could you turn that
I-
into a hood ornament for me? That
I
snake?
will kill you in 5-10 minutes. Yes.
Yeah, sure, no problem. I'll mount it right on your forehead.
Ear.
So he begins casting a spell. And anybody going to react to his casting of a spell?
Yeah,
I don't even see him. I'm under the bridge.
Right, you're under the bridge. So he begins casting a spell, and he says, "You picked the wrong night to disturb my hunt. These young ones need to feed." And in front of him, you see this swirling mass of blood begin to pull together and kind of rise up as he summons a blood elemental.
Nice.
And says, "Take them, drink them all."
You would think you could just summon the blood elemental and they could all feed off the blood elemental.
Yes, but this is way more fun.
Sort of like regular characters, would he be like a chocolate mage then? Or like cheese fountain mage?
So what's that other guy, Willy Wonka? I mean,
If I cast create food and water, will it summon just a person?
All right, so Mr. Elemental is going to come up, and he doesn't appear in any way interested in you, customer support bot, but he's
Even though I look like jerky, or an advertisement for jerky, rather.
and everywhere this thing moves across the ground, you see this slimy coating of blood kind of making a trail everywhere it goes. And it's actually, hold on. It actually flows up and engulfs Tarian. And so Tarian, you're now in the middle of this giant bubbling, boiling thing of blood as it covers you.
When you get out, let us know if it's similar to the gelatinous cube.
To get you, did it target you? Yeah. So you're gonna make a saving throw.
Has Tyrion ever bought a new loincloth during our adventures? Is it the same loincloth?
Don't worry, he washes it.
Plus the gelatinous cube, it was like a fresh start to it.
The same frequency as Blink bathing.
Probably.
Maybe a little bit more frequently than that.
All right, you feel this blood that's surrounding you is almost feels like it's trying to draw your blood out from you, but you managed to make your saving throw, and you are not grappled. However, no, you are not grappled. So, and that is its one action. And with that, we'll take our 10-minute break.
All right, 10-minute break. So I'm going to start a timer. We're going to do it for 45. And so that's a little over 10 minutes, and I'm going to put on the slideshow and some pretzel. If you're hanging out and you're just lurking, you don't have to go anywhere. You just hang out. And we'll be back in 10 minutes. Those that are there and want to take off, you got 10 minutes to get back. Hurry up. See ya. Break is over. Yeah, we're going to play some D&D. Let's bring the table back up and turn everybody back on. Hey, there we are. That's the wrong table. That's not it. You're not. No, there's no bench here. This table.
Roofield.
There we go.
There we go.
All right, so starting off the top of the round, Quint, you see one of those flappy little sturges kind of disconnect itself and look down, and kind of lazily flies over to you. Seems to be sniffing at the air.
Just point at the blood golem. Or the blood elemental.
As he tries to
Go
kissing
away.
and he hits you and starts sucking on your neck. And latches onto you and
Is it getting cannon dust?
why isn't it showing to you? Come on, click the button. There. So Blink, you can see this thing fly down from underneath the bridge and latch itself onto Quint.
Yeah, but it's just yellow right now, so Blink isn't worried about it.
So it could be tamed. It could be tamed. Quint, you're
yeah.
not sure if Quint's gonna kill it or he's gonna tame it.
Well, I don't know. I can't really see all that well, that far away. I don't know what you guys are doing underneath there. Like, whatever you want to do with that animal is fine, Quinn. Just saying.
I'm the pool boy or something? What are you talking about?
So, all right, Blink, I assume the cannon is going to need help getting out of the boat. So Blink will put his wand away and grab the cannon and like basically jump out of the boat with the cannon and then set it down.
Okay.
So because I had to put my wand away to do that, I probably can't also pull it back out and cast a spell.
It's a tiny cannon. You can pick it up
Under one
one-handed.
arm.
All right,
Under
yeah,
one
just kind of tuck it
It's
under
like-
my arm. All right.
It's like a suitcase.
Well,
handle
let's move the cannon down to there. Then as my bonus action. I don't want this guy to get any closer to those people over there. So Blink will move down to here. And he's gonna try to shocking grasp this guy.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I forgot
Oh,
to
yeah.
apply. This guy is prone because he drop down to feed. Okay, go ahead.
Ah, okay.
Oh, dang, that guy would have been prone too. Pongy beard. Pongy?
Ah, yes, he would have. Sorry.
No worries.
That got his attention. He's having a hard time hanging on to the corpse that you've shocked it. It's all flopping around in his mouth. You there? We can't hear you.
Valtrex, did we lose
Valtrex?
you? Somebody turned on a blender at their house and their internet went out.
Yeah. We'll pass his turn. As this thing also kind of flies out and comes down. Sees this person sitting here and decides, easy meal. And let's see. Yeah, that'll hit. And drains this guy, even though he's got an axe in his hand. He drains him and he falls to the ground. This Sturge is still sucking on him as he goes down to the ground. All right. Tyrion, are you on?
I think they,
I think they dropped.
yeah, they're out of Discord altogether. So, do you want me to pick up, like, the characters? One of them, anyways?
Yeah, that would be great.
I'll run
You...
Tyrion.
Okay.
Somebody, I mean, if they hop in, we'll give them back to them.
Yep.
I can try to take care of Blink.
Okay. I'm clearing the owners now. Okay. Go ahead.
So Tyrion would probably, rage, right? Last rage? Huh?
She just did.
Oh, she already
has
is raging? Okay, cool. So, battle axe to the thing on her. Can she attack it? Can she chop at it?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's kind of all around you.
Oops, hold on. I gotta be the right person. Why isn't it letting me? Oh, because we're stacked. I'm trying to click her token. I could do it in the. There we go.
I'll say she moves out. There's no restriction on that.
Unclick. There we go. Finally. Battle axe. Some slashing.
Squishy slashing damage. Max damage.
Ooh, nice. And another one?
First blood on the blood elemental.
No, not good enough. And can she... She's gonna stay there. Nice return.
All right, so this thing comes out and you see it's kind of sniffing the air and it flies in a straight line to there. He's actually elevated slightly, and it tries to latch onto the blood elemental.
Why wouldn't you, right?
Yeah, this great huge force, and fumble, completely
He gets
missing.
stuck on it like a windshield, like.
All right, so this guy runs on over here. Let's see. He's gonna come here, and he's gonna kill the lady just to the north, and then he's gonna take an attack at customer support bot.
We should make you name all the commoners so you're not so cavalier with their lives.
I should. I didn't want to have all of them as commoners in the combat tracker, so I just made them tokens. But he takes a swing at you with his long sword and pokes at you, but can't hit anything vital because he keeps looking for something to bleed, and there's nothing there to bleed.
Yeah, sometimes you think it's a good idea to have those commoners. Well, they just got one hit, they'll be dead, and then it's just a nightmare. The best thing is tokens, just blank tokens.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
All right. Dropped a 1, even if it was the second one.
All right, that's what I wanted to do. Okay, and then I'm going to move my full 35 feet.
Fancy gloves.
Your thrall doesn't like blink bothering him, so he turns around and tries to poke at you a couple of times with his long sword, holding it two-handed, and misses on the first one as you duck out of the way, and comes back on the second one. Oh, he's prone. That's why he's having disadvantage. He forgot to stand up as he was trying to poke at your knees.
Joke's on him. I wear shin guards.
Look who's back.
Sort
Stop.
of.
Stop trying to hit with your mouth full.
Are you connected to the table yet or not yet?
I'm partially connected to the table. I can't select my character yet. It's
I
being
released it, I thought.
Try again.
Sorry about that. I thought I released it.
For Tarian.
Aha, there we go.
And
Okay, I'm gonna spin my disgusting muck-covered glaive around and hit the bigger guy. But with like the broadside, like I'm trying to splash with a paddle. You know what I mean? Ugh. All right, I'm gonna use my inspiration so I have advantage on the next one because that's embarrassing. He's huge, and I missed him.
This giant pool of blood in front of you, yeah.
Eh.
As you notice that he partially resists that damage.
Liquid doesn't like slashing damage for some reason.
so Quint is gonna like come creeping out from underneath here if there's any of those things still sleeping. And this thing's attached to him, but he's gonna come over here and get adjacent to Blink, and then try to stab this thing with his short sword. And gonna drop it on it. Yeah, all right. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to spray the blood on Blink intentionally, but we'll see how that works out.
You flick it from your dagger.
Oh, where's the short sword damage? There it is. Bam! I think that kills it. Does it not? Yeah.
Yes.
By 17.
And Blink has a vial that he's trying to like catch the blood in.
I know that's what he
Sprays
wants.
towards
He's
it.
like, get ready, squish. And then I think I think he's gonna move. No, I think he's gonna stay right where he's at.
All right. So now it is the mage's turn. He begins walking forward. He's not really paying a whole lot of attention to you, Tagos. You're not sure why.
Maybe he's farsighted.
But he walks up to there, and you see him take out his dagger, and he stabs the vampire thrall. And
Oh, he's on our side now, guys.
does 4 points of damage to the vampire thrall. And as he does that, you notice the blood begin to pour out of the vampire thrall, and it pours up and over his hands. And there's a lot more blood coming out than you would have expected from a simple dagger strike, as the blood begins to flow all over his body and begins to form like a suit of armor surrounding his entire body.
Scab.
Scratch on it. Make it itch.
All right, so this thing comes flying out, and it smells the blood. So it's going to come down to here and attack this giant feast that has appeared. And latches onto the blood elemental, doing a small amount of damage as it latches on and begins draining this blood elemental.
Is it like trying to drink from a geyser, though? Is it just going to burst?
It's like mosquitoes are just going to drink so fast it explodes. All right, Pongy Beard. He looks back at the blood mage and is like, fuck you. He got stabbed in the back. And he steps a step closer, and he goes after customer support bot.
I'm delicious. Bite me. Chip your teeth, you dumb bastard.
Took forever to roll.
That's a hit.
Swings at you for no damage. Tries again for a crit. Slicing at you for a little bit of damage.
Sorry.
Most absorbed. Now it is the blood elemental's turn, whose trait does not recharge. unfortunately for him.
No clotting factor for you.
Yep. And he's gonna. He instead turns around and sees Tyrion, who is kind of withdrawn from his space, and he takes out his fists and he starts trying to slam down on the barbarian. So he slams down once, smashing into him, and twice. This time he misses, and he makes a kind of a divot in the ground as he smacks down into the ground. And when he withdraws his hand, it's filled with blood.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah. Number 19.
19. This one's going to continue to attack this. And he also latches onto the blood elemental and begins sucking away at it. And starts doing a little bit of damage to it.
DM's not telling us, but that's really how baby blood elementals are made.
I'm going to scoot up one. I don't need to, but I just kind of want to get in his face, and I'm going to try to attack the blood mage with my glaive.
All right, you stab him twice.
Please fill out a satisfaction survey after our combat.
Is he concentrating like I was the other night? I didn't have it on him.
He is. So that would be. He's concentrating on the blood elemental. I forgot to add that as a effect. So it's 10 or half the damage. So it'd be a 12. Where is he?
No, he did 8 and 10, right? So wouldn't it be 2 DC 10 rolls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 and
right.
10, yeah.
Oh man, now we're gonna have to deal with the Sturges. I didn't think this through.
Whoever did this conversion screwed up. They left out its spellcasting ability. The text literally just says its spellcasting ability is parentheses spell save DC 15. With the mage.
The
Intelligence.
mage, yeah, gotta be intelligence.
So let's see, intelligence. Are these checks or saving throws? I can't remember. Saving throws.
Save.
I rolled checks.
Concentration is Constitution saving throws.
Oh yeah, duh.
Oh, yeah. So Constitution will roll save. First one fails. Second one fails as he loses concentration on the blood elemental.
I want your hood ornament.
It goes poof. And he looks.
Doesn't it go squelch? Or
Oh,
And now there's two
the sharks, not a poof.
surges that
It's a
end up
slurpy
falling
sound.
down or latched onto it. They kind of crawl over to the pool of remaining little blood on the ground and trying to lap it up. Vampire Thrall's gonna continue to go after customer support bot. Swiping at him a couple of times, missing first.
I don't care. This is like my third body.
And missing again. Quint.
Well, Quint is
Both the
going
character
to
and me, the player.
slip his other short sword out of its scabbard, and he's gonna step up to this vampire and try to stick him with his first sword. Whoops. Control click. There we go. This one. Oops.
Nice.
Hold this for me. And while you're at it, hold this one too. Feels good, doesn't it? And then I will disengage and try to pull him off of Blink, maybe. Come this way. Like one more, I'm sorry. Like there.
No
Oh
problem.
no, I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm gonna just stay where I'm at. Sorry. I already used my
Okay.
bonus action.
Oh, right, right.
Alright, and I'm done.
And the blood elemental does not get to go because he's not there anymore. Sir Tegas does.
Sertega's got a token drug.
I'm going to move
It puts you out in the middle of the river.
30 feet. Actually, I miscounted, so I'm going to go 25. And then let Sif's Justice do my talking.
Ouch.
Oh, critical hit.
Beautiful.
Just not used to being a paladin. Should have reminded, but that's all right. I slash into this thing and give it more fuel for its magic.
Right, fancy gloves. He didn't like being
Stabbed with short swords?
stabbed with a short sword, so he's going to try and return the favor with his long sword.
And I'm gonna use Uncanny Dodge.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So as he two-handed kind of stabs at you with his long sword, but it mostly catches your cloak, doing no damage because it was all caught up in those temp hit points. He tries again, swings around again, stabs at you, slashes at you with the longsword for a whole 3 points of damage. All right, Sarian, you've got a Sturge lying at your feet.
All right, I'm gonna just
Ride
ignore
it.
it and
Or
like
that.
go around it while it's lapping up blood. I'm gonna just hope it keeps doing that and ignores us for a little bit longer. And I'm gonna try to go after the blood mage because I liked how the elemental disappeared when we attacked it.
Yeah, let's pick at those scabs all over his body.
And as you swing with your battle axe, you notice it hits the blood armor that he's surrounded with, and it just kind of bounces off.
All right, we'll try one more time.
So itchy.
Not so good. But that's all I got.
He is really gross, so I wouldn't want to touch him either.
Yeah.
He squelches when you hit him.
Most certainly does. Let's see. This thing is going to continue to go after customer support bot.
Haha, my oil causes cancer.
Taking a couple of swipes, critting you on his second one.
What a...
A lot of crits tonight.
Yeah, suspicious.
From you?
Oh no, you guys are doing crits
Now,
too.
there's been a few on our side too, yeah.
Just enough to take the heat off, I'd say.
Very
All
careful.
right. Let's move the cannon, try to get it a little closer, and do some temp hit points.
Yeah, I'm out of warranty, so.
And
Nice.
then and then Blink will use Shocking Grasp on this thing, and because Quint is adjacent to it, Blink has advantage on his attack roll.
Okay.
And it would help if I had targeted him, but I assume a 23 will hit.
Yes, that will hit.
Oh, weak damage. And then now I'll do that so he can't take reactions. But Blink's actually fine where he is. So that's it.
Okay, so the Blood Mage, he looks around. He's way more injured than he wants to be. And he raises his hands up in the air, but it doesn't look like he's casting a spell. And instead, kind of all around him, you feel this kind of vibration in your air in the air as you feel the blood in your body being drawn towards it. Everybody except for customer support bot.
Why you all acting weird? What's happening?
So let me.
I start to shake too, just because I want to fit in.
Target everybody. I think he's too far. Yeah, he's a little bit too far. So everybody there is going to go ahead, and you feel this pull of your blood towards this Blood Mage, and you all make saving throws. And you take half on a success as some of the blood pours out of your eyes, ears, and other orifices, any wounds that you might have. Did that roll? Or is it just being slow?
I don't see anything.
Come on.
Now, I don't want the commoners to die, but there would be commoners affected as well.
Yeah,
right?
those two are dead.
They just pop.
You just got to get into the layers and delete them or turn them off. Oh no.
The commoners pop like 2 water
This-
balloons filled with
this-
SpaghettiOs.
The Sturges are like exceeds maximum hit points by 40. Oh my god.
So
Yeah,
blood is important to you
Freaking
guys.
Sir Tangas is down.
Dang.
Wow.
I'm dead. I can't do anything.
All right. Well, that was exciting. I'm just going to keep trying to kill this guy because I don't got blood blues. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Sorry.
It's all right. Roll to hit.
I was excited. I didn't deserve it. That's karma.
Not the fumble. Not. Oh, a 19.
But that time it would have been a critical.
That's a crit.
All right. So go ahead and hit it. Kill it.
20.
All right. And as a free action, or not as a free action, I'm just going to move over here by Tegas and try to like straddle him protectively, but it's super demeaning. It's not a good look, but my heart's in the right place.
Teabagging him. Robot junk.
Yeah, I bought truck nuts at the last rest stop, and Blink helped me attach them.
All right, I'm gonna
Chrome.
use my inspiration to get advantage on this attack on the blood mage.
Okay. That's a hit. Ooh, he's cool.
Critical.
Oh, we're gonna try one more time.
It's critical. Another hit.
You can do it. 4 more hit points.
Oh, got it.
Dead blood mage.
So do I get my blood back?
Down. It's
And-
pulled all over the ground now.
Get some
Yeah, and
splattered on you.
And I'm all covered in blood, but I'm like, yeah.
Are there blood types in D&D? Are we gonna have to like?
O negative. We're all O negative.
And I'm gonna move just to try to protect the commoners.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to Blink will run. He'll take the attack of opportunity from this vampire guy to run over to there. It's only 30 feet. And yeah, I don't know if you want to roll that, John.
Give me a second to pull that.
Follow the action. Oh.
Hit you. Wait, wasn't that the one you gave no reactions? Shocking grasp?
Yeah, that is still on him, isn't it? So
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Oh.
So he doesn't hit me.
He's like as you run off.
Yeah. I run off, and then I like climb under customer support bot and grab onto Tegas and cast Cure Wounds on him. So there's just like this pile up of the 3 of us right in that area.
I
The
lift my
triple
leg
stack
a little bit,
tokens.
so it looks like I'm imitating a dog. It looks even worse now.
It's leaning like he's being.
everybody on different squares so you can all see each other.
Yeah, sorry, I should have done that for comedy.
Oh, it's all good.
And then let's move the. Hold on, it's being weird. Let's move the cannon up to there, and do some temporary hit points. And I'm done.
Well, Quint is going to stab this guy with his
I
short
don't want to
sword.
be.
But
Let's vote on it.
sorry, I wasn't prepared for short sword
Dungeons
attack.
and
I don't know why.
Democracy.
Yeah. Stab you. Take some damage from that. And and then he's gonna move over here and offhand attack that guy.
All right.
With this one.
Wait, that shouldn't have sneak attack, should it? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because you didn't
yeah.
hit the first.
It worked
Nice.
out very well. Worked out very well. Thank you very much. Oh, look at
That's
that.
awesome.
Perfect.
As he dies, as he's going down, Lord Otmar will not be pleased.
And Quint says,
Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle.
as he pulls his short sword out from underneath the guy, he says, "Don't flee us. You might run into more sturges," he says to the commoners. He passes his turn. I think that's it.
And with that, you've defeated all of the hunters.
Nice.
Go team.
That was a nice fight. I liked it. That was good.
I'm going to use my second win that I forget I had.
Yeah, let me unlock the tokens.
Oh,
and,
nice.
Yeah, we
You guys
probably definitely could try to figure out where we can get a short rest, but maybe not right here.
I mean, we weren't that far from the village. We could take these villagers back and then take a long rest in one of those huts.
Or cages. I mean, they look pretty comfy. I'm just saying.
Those nice, easily lockable cages.
Yeah, they got a little bit of straw on the bottom that you can just
Exposed to
like,
the
lay
elements.
down in.
Yeah, only a small amount of excrement.
I think I'd rather hide underneath this bridge and hang like a sturge under there.
And I will use the cannon to give some temporary hit points to all of the commoners as well. Which probably freaks them out because I don't explain what's going on. I just have the cannon turn and start firing shit at
They
them.
start stabbing at each other. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. Look, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt.
Do it again. Do it again.
They're like
Yeah,
punching themselves.
They are absolutely freaked out, but one of them recognizes the boats. He's like, hey, that's my boat.
Well, yeah,
Where'd
we
you get my boat?
borrowed it to come save your life.
Well, we knew it was yours, and we thought, well, we'll just bring it to him while we're there.
Rava Prime Delivery. I mean, here it is.
Thanks. We could cart some of these bodies back on the boat. Got some rope. We could pull it along when we walk on the shore. That way we don't have to carry them.
Wow, you have no respect for the dead. I dig it.
I'm not leaving any bodies outside. They'll turn into undead. We got to take them back and dispose of them properly. Otherwise, we get more of these damn undead.
All right,
Yeah,
yes, let's do that.
The undead around here get double tapped with my short sword. Just to make sure.
I'm going to describe the Viking funeral process to them and see if they'll go for it.
If you got enough oil, go for it.
Oh yeah, I excrete the oil in a not very respectful manner, all over the bodies and boat.
We're
all
gonna
full.
use those boats.
As he's doing this, Blink is like following him around and like taking measurements to see where he can attach this staff onto him.
It's gonna be like randomly out this like an elbow for no reason.
Yeah, did that blood mage have a cool staff? Was it magical?
Let's see.
It looked cool, at least.
I mean, let's search all the bodies.
Yeah.
Even the commoners.
Even the commoners.
Obviously.
Line up. We'll do it
They
like
could
at
have
the
been
airport.
spies.
They have to crawl through customer support bot legs to get x-rayed.
Yeah, I just look for Quint to give me a nod, and I'll make a loud beeping noise. Like,
now come over. Wow, with my short sword. Wow.
So the only object this guy's carrying is a normal dagger. And
So
then
the image was just wrong.
Yeah, it was just.
I just left that back at the house. I use it around the house.
he'd cast like minor illusion or something.
Well, it's ceremonial. You know, he doesn't actually bring it out with him for stuff like this.
Maybe it's his Shanae staff. When he casts
guide
Shanae.
the thralls along and let them feed.
So I don't know if they take all the bodies or if we are gonna take a short rest or anything. But you can see Blink is like eyeing like the blood mage or some of the vampires a little bit, like he wants to harvest their organs, which is probably not super appropriate, especially with all these commoners hanging around.
Customer
Yeah.
support Bart's getting an idea with his flayed body image, so he's like actually holding his arm up to one of the corpse's arms to see if would this skin fit me? Maybe.
The stirred proboscis can be used as a funnel.
Damn it.
Wow. Sif
So
knows
next time
all the
somebody
tricks.
goes down, we
Yeah.
can administer the healing potion with the stirred proboscis in any orifice you want.
Is that do you get to do it as a bonus action? What's the benefit? You just get to stab your friend.
I'm all for
That's
it. Replace my arms with sturge noses or whatever those are, proboscises.
And put them on the end of your fingers. Freak people out.
I guess we escort the
Ghouls.
commoners back towards the town.
Exactly.
Okay. You can go ahead and I mean, if you're gonna really want to try and harvest stuff, it's gonna take you some time because everything's so large. There's just a lot of it. The sturges themselves you can just take with you. They're small, squishy.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you
Potatoes.
can harvest a blood golem.
That's no longer there because it lost concentration.
You
Well,
can use the proboscis as a straw.
And drink it up.
if we're not going to take a short rest, then no, I'll just like scoop up a couple of the sturges and like shove them in a pack, in my pouch, and not worry about the rest.
All right. The boats are on fire, and you have no trouble getting back to town, to their little tiny fishing village. And yeah, you guys want to talk with them or just try to get a rest?
Remember to thank Rava.
I thought the boats were fishing boats that they used to make their living with, and now they just torch them.
Yeah, I mean, they explained to you that they with their village being selected for the hunt, they're slated for death. So their only hope of survival now is to completely abandon the village. So they're going to take whoever survives and they're going to leave, and they're not turning back, because if it ever comes out that they survived, that they fought off, that these blood mage was killed, they'll scour the countryside and wipe out anybody who was involved.
Do we want to see if they have any skills? Like we can have them have a retinue with us. There's torchbearers and cooks, and they can oil CSB.
Yeah, they're
Or
primarily,
minstrels?
but I mean, they all have kind of the basic survival skills. They can help out, and they don't have anywhere else to go. So if you guys are going, they'll happily accompany you for a while.
Commoner armor. I like it.
I thought they said if they survived the night, they were freed for the year.
Yes, but that's on the assumption that nobody's attacking and killing the undead. That's if you're
Well,
smart
that's not
enough
fair.
and enough to evade.
That's not fair.
Not fair. You ever
I
known
think we should
vampires?
complain to the authorities. That's not fair.
Would you like to speak to the manager?
Yes. I'm gonna Yelp you. What do they call?
What was the name of this village?
Rivertown Block 3 fishing huts.
Rivertown.
Wow.
That's right. Rivertown gets 1 star.
Named after Thomas Rivertown Block 3 fishing huts.
Yeah, this is a no-name little village. And if you want them to accompany you, they'll be happy to accompany you. but you guys have no trouble getting a long rest. They don't expect anybody to be coming tonight, especially since you did not allow anybody to survive, which was very good.
Yeah, do we have a retinue now? Can they carry our gear for us?
They can. They'll run at the first sign of danger. So
Well,
if you
I
don't mind,
mean, could they just be
Drop our gear and then
Ewoks?
run.
Could they just be Ewoks and carry customer support bot around like R2? I mean, C3PO.
I will build a plinth with a chair on him so he can sit in it, and they can carry him.
That and Blink just gives all of them tons of crap. Like, none of it is worth anything, but he's like, no, we got to save all this stuff. It might be useful later.
They're loaded down with sacks.
yeah.
I'm
So
good
they'll
with it.
they'll accompany you. You all got your long rest. They'll carry if you got stuff to carry. They do ask where you're headed.
We're going in to kill more undead. Lots more vampires and liches.
Are you headed upriver or downriver?
Downriver.
Down to the swamp, towards Heidelberg and Krakow.
Directly towards danger, yes.
Krakow? We're going to... Where's it at?
So downriver means towards the ocean, Heidelberg and Krakow.
Yeah,
you guys
I'm
are
backwards. Remember, I'm confused with up and down.
Yeah, this river flows north.
It's the Nile or the St. John's. That's it. There's only two in the world.
So you're heading towards Warsaw, and then what is your plan as you get near there? Because that is a very large, very active city controlled by the Blood Priestesses. Arena. They're building a grand cathedral. I think last time you discussed kind of skirting around it. But...
Yeah, that was the plan, I thought.
Yeah, I think we still want to do that.
Okay.
I'd say we'd want to be on the north side, though, when we cut across. Or do we want to be on the south side of the river? You know what I mean?
So the river runs right along Warsaw and then starts heading west just to the south of it. Right? It loops down, and there's a road that goes from Warsaw down towards Jarosburg.
Yeah,
so if
I
you
think
get
this
off,
is probably where we want to get off. Is
then you do have to cross the river again here. Or if you get off on this side, then you don't have to cross the river again.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, will you turn the lock off for the pointers?
What do you mean the lock?
The grid snap to grid.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so I'm thinking we should maybe right here get off out of the river. That way we don't cross over the road, cross under the road, and get spotted or anything, and then we can kind of make our way in up in the hills here and check and see what we need to watch out for, because we got to get over the river. No, so we can cut down this way, right?
Yeah, we can get off on the east side of the river and then just kind of head southeast towards Jarosburg.
Yeah, maybe staying on the outskirts of this wood line and then cut through, further down. Yeah, I think that's our plan. We're going to stick to east side of the river.
Traveling by day.
Well, two of us would prefer by night.
Yeah, but all the undead would prefer that too.
Yeah, that's true. Especially the vampires.
Yeah, they tend to not travel during the day.
We're just gonna travel at night during the day, and then just when we have combat, it's just gonna be at night. Okay. Is that cool? Is that
Magically turn at night.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys begin traveling, and with the help of these villagers, they kind of give you a bunch of helpful little tips as you work your way down. And it's just taking you over the course of several days of travel. So let me push a couple of long rests in case you have um, any spent hit dice. Should be all fully recovered. As you get down and as you get near Varshava, they look very nervous, and they talk about not really sure how long they're going to stick with you. And as you leave the river and kind of skirt your way around and get to this road, they thank you, but they're going to part ways here. They don't want to get any closer to Varshava than they already are, and they start heading up the road this way during the daytime. So how much of your gear were they carrying for you, customer support bot? So walk off with it.
Oh no, they got my silver comb.
I thought they were just carrying him. That's kind of what I imagined.
They walk off with me. I'm out of it. I gotta make a new character.
Now he's on a pole and he's all tied up like in the beginning.
Of all of your deaths, that one's my favorite.
All right, so you work your way down, and you don't have any random encounters along the way. You've had all the random encounters that I'd planned for you to have on this little journey. And you guys get to near Yarosburg. So give me a second to pull that up.
River Runnel.
And as you get near Yarosburg, you can see that the ruins of Yarosburg are up on kind of a hillside. There is a bit of a cliff to one side, and there's an overgrown roadway that leads steeply up to the craggy peak from which the mighty fortress of Yarosburg once surveyed the surrounding territory. Share the map with you. You should be able to see it.
It's loading.
Gonna take a minute.
Yeah, the backgrounds are starting to pop up.
And if you remember, you were here to go to Yarosburg, and you had a specific date in mind to meet up with the Shield Maidens. And that date is a couple of days in the future. So you arrive there with just a couple of days to spare. And let me throw all your tokens on the map. Turn off token lock. And so you can see the road leads upward towards the ruins, and this is kind of where the main entry gate was, but it's no longer there. The road is steep, it's paved, it climbs upwards to the castle's gatehouse. It's worn and uneven and overgrown with weeds, tall grass and moss. It doesn't look like there's been a lot of traffic here.
Is this a stump or an actual tree that just cut off for effect?
It's a tall stump. There's no leaves.
It's Baba Yaga's hut. It's going to get up and chase us, isn't it? Isn't it? It's a mimic. It's a mimic. Can we target it?
Tree mimic. Well, is a tree a creature? It's alive.
I'll move the cannon. I got the cannon. Come on, boy. You can come. You guys scared?
And what time do you guys want to be approaching Yarrowsburg?
9 o'clock at night. My vote.
I mean,
After
at least
a
so
big meal.
so the sun isn't like, straight above us or something.
So
Well, if the sun is setting in the west, we would want it to be just after sundown. If it was in the east, then we could use the cliff face. If it's in the morning, then we can still be in dim light. So early morning or just after dusk.
I think the DM's just going to give us one or the other. I don't think we can get both.
you're gonna either get dusk
Take
or
a
light
long
or
rest
dark?
halfway up, and then start off again in the morning.
up to you. You want early morning?
No, let's just do it after dusk. That way, there's no confusion.
All right. It is dusk. And
Nice
you can
map, by the way. You did a good job.
Oh, thank you. The top portion is the official one, and the bottom portion is my hard work drawing a road.
You're getting there.
Yeah,
You're
it looks
getting
good.
there.
I like it.
I didn't quite fill it all out because there's really nothing
You
that's
get
gonna happen.
so lost in the map making abilities. It's like
Hours. It could take so many hours.
Yeah, I have to remind myself, how long are my players going to look at this map? Because I
right.
have spent
How
like an
much
hour and a
time?
half on a map that they look at for 5 minutes and then or less and move on.
You like open the door. I open the door and you got all these special effects until you, and they're like, "Oh, that's cool." Phew.
I kill it. Okay, we're done. Go. All right, so you guys can go ahead and move your tokens on up to the entryway there. So right just outside the entryway, so right around there would be good. And not much remains of the once formidable gatehouse to Yarrowsburg Castle. The great iron-bound doors lie rusting in the tall grass, and only the eastern part of the wall remains standing. In the ruins of the gatehouse, you see 4 young girls dressed in filthy rags, holding hands and skipping in a circle, reciting nonsensical children's rhymes. This is
Ring
what they
around the rosies. Oh,
Yeah.
it's actually has a meaning.
Do human children normally glow?
If they live near a nuclear power plant, maybe.
Sometimes, but they usually don't leak black out of their eyes. So
Updating profile.
creepy, creepy.
Yeah. So you see 4 of those just kind of singing and dancing in that little
I'm
gatehouse.
going to do my where the hell did it go? My paladin thing. Divine sense.
The old undead radar.
You make the old dolphin chirp, bounces
Your
off the walls.
undead radar goes bing 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 bing.
Warning, undead approaching.
CSB, these are undead creatures. Do not let their appearance fool you.
Okay, so good to kill?
As I'm looking at Tyrion.
I believe they have requested customer assistance in moving to the other side.
Oh, cool. It's easy to move in smaller bits, so I'll fragment them.
Exterminate mode on.
Doing the Doctor Who.
Ooh,
Extra-
Sartagus wants to go first.
All right. Speedy Gonzalez goes first.
Do I remember anything about this type of thing from my book?
Give me a religion check at advantage.
I'm going to give one at disadvantage because I already have -1 and I don't want to cheat. Yeah.
All right. So from what you know, these things are called mylings, and they are the souls of the unburied, those who died in the forest from abandonment or exposure, and can find no peace until their bodies are properly interred. Given the circumstances around their deaths, mylings tend to be solitary. They haunt the places where they died when some tragedy resulted in multiple deaths. The resulting mylings stay together and hunt as a pack.
That's some grim fairy tale.
And do I remember any kind of, blood drain? Strength drain or max hit point drain or anything like that? The main big things. Paralysis.
No, you are not aware of any special attacks that they have.
Okay.
But it is known that normal weapons have a harder time hurting them.
All right, and I believe I've asked this before. I just want to make sure I remember correctly. Tyrion, your attacks are strength based, correct?
Correct.
All right, so just because I'm gonna touch blink this time.
Oh.
Give him a burst of speed. So you have the bless spell on you, as long as you're using dex-based saves or dex-based attacks, and you have +10 to your movement.
Sweet. Thank you.
Speed and Kobold math. We're a great team.
Is this still raised? The road?
Yeah, it's. I mean, this last little bit is relatively flat. This area here is a cliff that falls down quite a ways, but you're on the kind of the last little flat approach into the gatehouse.
All right, I'm going to move over here and pull out Sif Justice.
Okay. They're still just singing and dancing there in the gatehouse. Don't seem to be paying you any attention at all.
I'm gonna whisper to everybody. Maybe we can avoid them and kind of start heading over here.
Good idea.
That's down the cliff. You'd have to jump down the cliff to go down there.
Oh, I mean, there's this open spot. It looks like. Is that someplace you'd have to like climb to?
Yeah. And the
Okay.
cliff's pretty sheer.
All right. Never mind. Let's go this way, guys.
Quint's going to wants to really screw up the DM, and he wants to fly over to here and check out what's up here.
Okay.
I don't know how high up I need to go.
Not very high. Most of the walls crumbled. Kind of the only section that isn't crumbled is this tower right here.
And I will say these are trapped souls. We should release them.
Can you see from where you are, Quint?
No.
Dr. Death, I like it.
Oh, I can't see. You can't. allow me to see. Well, if you pull me through, yeah, that'll work.
Just enough that you can see.
And is this an opening right here?
There.
So it's crumbled. Okay.
Yeah, these are just overgrown bushes and then kind of a larger open field. There's a lot of crumbled buildings and towers.
So that was a bonus action to dash over there, and then I'm gonna take my action to ready. If these things like come towards me or something, I'm gonna shoot them with a flaming fire hose of just an arrow, just an arrow. I'm gonna ready. Give myself the ready. Now kind of wave the guys that way. Up there,
Okay.
where they can see me.
Let me give Tyrion his movement. So the Mylings just kind of keep dancing. They are largely ignoring you.
I'm gonna follow my team for now, but I still have this moonsteel weapon, but it's not like a weapon I can equip. It's not like defined as a specific whatever. But I would like to have a magical weapon at some point for these circumstances, these
I think it
stupid
was
ghost children.
if I remember correctly, I think that was a rapier, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't have the ability to add it to myself, do I?
Theoretically, you do. I wouldn't know how to do it though myself.
Yeah, mm, remind me, and once we're done with this session, I'll add that to you.
Okay, yeah, it's not a big deal. I'm gonna, for now, try to quietly, not stealth, but just like not obviously follow Terry. I'm not trying to draw their attention.
Okay.
I've disabled my pop-up ads temporarily.
All right, Blink will move up to there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and summon the cannon and give out some temporary hit points.
Okay.
Does a cannon make a noise? I've never really thought about it before, but is it like a party horn or like?
It's a reminder. It's a reminder.
I'll have to think about that.
It makes a sound. What was the sound that those old Nickelodeon cannons that shot the slime at you? That splatty. Ring around the rosy.
I just want Blink to have to design a silencer for it somehow, and picture how that works. It probably would look like a fancy shower head.
Quint. From where you are, you can see inside this kind of outer Bailey area. It's a large open space overgrown with various bushes and grass and wildflowers. And you can see kind of off to one corner, kind of off in that direction, you can see it looks like some old bones are over there. And the only other thing of note is this tower, which has a door that's closed.
Does it have a roof on it?
The tower, yes, the tower is fully complete. And it's about 40 feet up. And you can see there's a small flat roof up at the top.
All right, so Quint's gonna drop down to where they're at, and he's gonna tell them that we have to go this way to get to the door on the tower, unless we want to move around to the back and try to climb this brittle wall. The walls look pretty brittle, don't they?
Yeah. Well, the walls are pretty crumbly. It wouldn't be terribly difficult to climb at this point. Most of them have fallen down.
I mean, we could climb over back here somewhere.
Yeah, or you could go all the way around and, you know, come through this north end where the walls completely crumbled.
What do you guys
I'm
think?
good with climbing.
We got like a minute left, so it's not really gonna matter. I think this is probably a good spot to stop.
All right, sounds good. We'll jump back into it here in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Let's just play again tomorrow night. What? Just skip Ryan the Frost Maiden and play this again.
I'm ready.
All right.
That'd be fine.
Nope. Sorry, we're gonna run Rhyme of the Frostmaiden tomorrow night over on Rob's channel. And Sunday, Gwydion is gonna be showing some sound stuff on Rob's channel. All things Fantasy Grounds talk show. So there probably will be a little bit of Fantasy Grounds in it, maybe. And then Tuesday, I'll be running Princes of the Apocalypse. So that's at 8 Eastern. So all you guys out there lurking and hanging out, I appreciate it. And let's see, is there anybody we should go raid? No. Oh, Engorgio is. Anybody want to go raid Engorgio and see if he's got any poop to sling? Let's do it. Let's go over there. Say goodnight to the stream. Goodbye, everybody. Hang out, chat. We're gonna go raid somebody playing Pathfinder, but he needs to get raided. So hang out for a little bit. All right, see you guys.